What's up everyone, it's Ryan from Green Tech Network again. Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Remax Ming Series Youth Edition 5-port USB charger. I got it for sale on banggood.com, one of my favorite websites for electronics and circuits and all that stuff. Currently it's priced at $10.27, free shipping. There was a sale. When I bought it, it was only $8, which is the reason that I bought it. It was one of those flash sales. But basically, it's just like your standard USB charger, except instead of 1 or 2 ports, it's got 5. So you can charge up to 5 devices at once. This is just the box. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it open, which is actually pretty hard. Now let's push that way. Alright. So inside the box, we got the charger itself. It looks like a signature of some sort, I have no idea. This is the actual charger. It's actually pretty lightweight. I would expect it to be a little bit heavier than that. But you can see close up by the ports, they each have labels for the maximum current they can supply. So the top 2 are 1 amp, or the top 3, excuse me, are 1 amp. The second from the bottom is 2.1 amp, and then the last one down there is 2.4 amps. So the reason I bought this is because my phone has Quick Charge 3.0, and I noticed sometimes if I use the stock charger, it can get like super hot when I'm using it with like screen full brightness and just trying to charge at the same time. So by using a lower current, I can therefore charge at a slower rate, which won't heat it up as much. So if there's a time where I'm just laying in bed and I'm at like 70%, I can just pop it on the 1 amp charging port, and it won't charge super fast, but then it won't get very hot trying to charge real quick. And then if I want to, I can put it in one of these fast runs. But this doesn't have Qualcomm Quick Charge or 2.0 or 3.0, so it's just a standard 5-volt DC USB ports, and with the maximum being 2.4 amps. So that's basically it. And then on the back, it's got the power cord connector. So this is the power cord itself, which I got the US edition. They have European editions and also the US editions. I believe it says 1.2 meters. So that's big enough for pretty much any main application. And then it's got just a little data sheet, which you can see there, half Chinese, half English. But yeah, it's pretty much everything that comes in the box. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in and run some tests on it with the Ampere app, which measures how fast current comes in on your phone. So, yep, let's see how it performs. I've got the charger hooked up here just on a standard power strip. So I'm going to go through and test each of the USB ports. I have my AUKI USB cable and my HTC 10 here with the Ampere app. So I'm just going to show you what currents the different ports supply, just to show that they're up to spec. So currently I have it plugged into the 1 amp output. Alright, so it seems to have peaked out around 1.27 amps. I have seen it hit 1.3 or 1.4 on the 1 amp outputs. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the 2.1 amp outlet. So we're reading around 1.7 amps here. That's understandable because my phone is on, so that does detract a little bit from the current charging the battery. This measures the actual current charging the battery. It doesn't necessarily measure the incoming current. So you can see it's jumping around a bit, but that is understandable considering my screen's on full brightness. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the 2.4 amp outlet. Alright, so this one's maxing out at around 1.9 amps. Might go a little bit higher here, but like I said, it's also understandable because phone is on with full brightness and is a little bit warm right now. However, it does seem that the USB ports are properly scaling with the current that they're supposed to provide per USB. Now I'm going to do a quick stress test on the charger. I've got here my HTC 10, which should charge at the full 2.4 amps on the 2.4 amp outlet. An additional cell phone, I forget which phone this is, it's my mom's. This only charges at 1 amp. And then this is the Xiaomi USB LED light. These are the only USB devices I currently have right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hook everything up and probably let it run for 15 minutes or so just to feel how warm it gets and ensure that the proper is properly being delivered to all of the devices evenly. It's been about 15 minutes or so, and I was charging the two phones, running this light. I was actually also charging this camcorder because it has a USB charging function. So there were a total of 4 devices plugged in. It's a little warm to the touch, but not very hot or anything worrisome, which I was kind of worried about that considering how light it is. It doesn't seem to have a lot of circuitry inside. Tried to take it apart, but it's really hard to take off the front panel, so I'm just going to leave it as is. And let me open my phone up here. You can see that it's still, charging at 1.4 amps. So having more than one device isn't detracting from this USB port's power. So overall, I think it's a pretty good charger. I like how it has different ports that offer different charging speeds. Like I said, I plan on using it with my phone on some of the lower current ports, just so I don't have to worry about the phone getting too hot on certain times where I'm using the phone while also charging it gets kind of hot, so that should help out with the heat. But overall, definitely a good buy for $8. I think it's around $11 right now on Banggood. I'll put that link in the description if you guys are considering purchasing one as well. But that concludes the video review for the Remax 5-port youth charger. Thank you for watching.